Hey everyone, AmberFrmThVault here. Welcome back to the Knife Sisters. We're going to go ahead and jump right back in, but before we do a couple things, first I want to go ahead and say thank you so much to the publisher for giving me a copy of this so I could go ahead and play it for you here on the channel. But secondly, I do want to remind you that there is a little bit of a content warning for this game. First of all, for BDSM, some things that may make you feel a little bit uncomfortable, and some highly sexual themes, as well as some sexual situations. So definitely more of a rated R game. Definitely not something that I would watch with the kiddos. So we're gonna go ahead and jump back in. You've been warned, and I'll see you guys back in just a sec. Alright, sorry about that. Let's do people. You know Blackest? Yes, your fave online community. The one you drool over when thinking about things you want to experience, right? Speak for yourself, perv. Perv? What does that even mean? Turns out that Nicola is on there. Wow. I haven't checked his profile. Should we try to find him? Sure. We logged on to Blackest. It wasn't easy to find people there since everyone used nicknames. I tried searching for people in our city in the right age range. A list showed up. I peered at the small profile pictures, trying to catch a glimpse of someone who looked like Nicola. Well, this sure as hell wasn't Facebook, and that's of course why I used it. That one? He pointed to a picture. The name was Sixtina Serpent. Yeah, maybe. I clicked on it. Yeah, that's him! Now I'd learned to take in as many facts as possible when visiting someone's profile page, since everyone could see who'd been there and I didn't want to have to come back several times. There wasn't much information on Nicola's page, but he said he was interested in alchemy and obscure cults. That was something new. Sure, I knew he was studying theology, but I had never asked him about anything. Well, maybe that was because I rarely spoke to him at all. On the Kinks page, people listed what they were into. I clicked on Nicola's, but of course he hadn't written anything. What a coward. He didn't have a lot of friends on his page either, but I found Naomi. Well, we have to check out Naomi's profile. I clicked on Naomi's picture to get her profile. She had written a lot more than Nicola. You know, I met her the other day. Good for you. She's very pretty. So what are you waiting for? Go check out her kinks. Right. I clicked on the kinks tab and saw her list. It wasn't very surprising. She liked dominance, duct tape, knife play, plastic, boots, spanking, bondage, to name a few. For me, the word knife play stood out a bit. But I wouldn't talk to Kylo Zen about that. He was way too innocent. And maybe careful about his stuffing. So did you have more things you wanted to talk about? Yeah, I guess. This dagger person, she wants me to come back to her room on Sunday night. Cool, hun. Do you want to go? That was a good question. I don't know yet. I sort of want to, but I also don't want to. Why is that? I didn't want to admit I was worried, but I could feel my heart starting to beat faster. Annoyingly, Dagger had that effect on me. Dagger had taken my hands, washed them in dye that was transferred to her cheeks, and I had burned up from the inside. That wasn't like any of the other stuff I had been wanting to experience. It was something I couldn't have even thought up of on my own. And one part of me wanted to know what it was like for more to come. Suddenly it hit me. I had felt alive. That's what it was. Weird. I needed to stop thinking about that. Have you noticed that strange smell that's been lingering in the apartment the last couple days? I'm not sure. Good for you if you didn't. It's at least 10 times worse than Devin's pot and Nicola's grass tea combined. It smells like something very damp, and I think it's coming from the kitchen. I haven't found out what it is yet, but I sure know who to suspect. Kylo Zen nodded. On Sunday, she said I needed to bring her the skull of an animal. Okay, but I have no idea where to find one. I'm not in danger, am I? It has to be a real animal. Phew. Where do you think I could find one? I guess where there are animals, like in the forest or something. Yeah. Do you think it's possible to find one if I go looking for it? It's not impossible, but I think you could also get lost in the woods or more likely not find anything at all. Would you come with me if I went? To the woods? Yeah. Sure. Let's go tomorrow. That was a good idea. I could ruminate over it while I slept and then decide whether I wanted to do it or not. So did you have more things you wanted to talk about? Yeah, I guess. Do you think it's weird that I keep a list of BDSM related things that I want to experience? I guess not. People do that all the time. You know, bucket lists, New Year's resolutions. It's just that other people might have slightly differentiated lists. I mean, people want to see other countries and continents. They want to go bungee jumping, go to cat cafes and stuff like that. Yours, on the other hand, is a little more lopsided. I know. It's just that I can't really think of many other things I want to do. Life sucks, you know? I know you feel that way, but I guess it doesn't when you get to do those things. No, not then. And it's alright. Then you better make sure that you get to check some things off that list. I nodded. The best way would probably be to go to Club Lips. So I guess I'm going there Friday. Great decision. Alright, I guess this is as good as it gets. Thank you for listening to my wallowing. No problem, sweetie. I'm always here for you. Oh. Okay, so, curiosity shop. Well, we gotta go to the forest. Because we have to get a skull. Okay. So there we were, me and Kylo Zen, standing at the roadside and watching the bus move farther away into the countryside. We left the city and jumped off as soon as we saw the forest. Okay then, let's go. Sure. We went straight into the woods. Do you have a compass? My phone is a GPS. I think we'll be all right. Do not rely on your phone's GPS. They are not going to help you. Just a friendly note from your neighborhood outdoor educator. The sun was shining. I remembered that it was May, one of the most beautiful times of the year. Where had the spring gone? I had been spending it alone in my room with the blinds closed. So where do the wild animals go to die, huh? How would I know? I'm domesticated. We followed a small path through the deciduous trees and pines. After a while, the path split in two. To the right, I could see a glimpse of something between the trees. It could be a building of some sort. To the left, the trees seemed to grow sparser. Maybe there was a glade. We're definitely going to the building, because that sounds creepy. We went through the woods until we reached a building. It was made up of 2 compartments with concrete walls, but neither roof nor windows. What's that? I guess it's a storehouse. You know, a building where they used to store food in the old days to keep it fresh? It's partially underground to keep things cold. Wow, abandoned buildings are really cool, but sort of scary at the same time. I felt a cold sensation when entering the building, as if everything had slowed down and gotten really quiet. Let's go inside. I climbed over the wall to get into one of the compartments. Opposite to where we had entered were 2 stalls with low gates. Wasn't there something in the right one? I went over to it. Lying on the bed of hay was a dragon made from black metal. Or was it an alligator? Have you seen anything like this before? I have. It's a shop dragon. They used to sell those in country stores in the 18th and 19th centuries to hang on things and to protect the shop. Wow, that's kind of weird. And why is it even here? To protect this place, maybe? You're right. That might be it. I sort of wanted to take it home. So here's the thing. You should leave it. But we're gonna take it. I picked up the dragon. The metal felt cold in my bare hands. It felt a little strange to remove it from its natural habitat. But for some reason, I couldn't leave it there either. I weighed it in my hands. It was pretty heavy. I felt like I needed it. Alright, I'll take this with me. Now, let's get back to the city. Are you looking for an animal skull? I just feel like I won't find one after getting this. Okay, seems legit. I feel complete with this thing. Okay. I found a shop dragon. Let's go meet Ayana. Okay. I met with Ayana after her lecture. I should have gone to that one too, but hadn't. As per usual, the last couple of weeks. Ayana looked happy as always as she sat down and told me how boring the lecture was, and that I hadn't really missed anything. And then she caught my eye. Hers contained a curious glint. So how did you feel about Mo? I didn't know for sure why she was asking. I like them. You did? I thought you might think they were a bit too, physical. Like that they would get too much in your personal space or something. I smiled and shrugged. They seemed nice. Ayana smiled back. I liked them a lot. Yeah, sort of figured, I thought. Cool. Has anything happened between the two of you? Not really. I wish it would, though. So, is that your plan for Friday? You can't really plan on that kind of stuff, can you? Can't you? I thought to myself, but didn't say. I'll just have to see what happens. Just wish me luck. I nodded. Sure. By the way, did I tell you a new person moved into our apartment? You did not? Who is it? Her name is Dagger. She's such a weirdo. On the first day, she invited me to some strange ritual in her room. What? What did she do? She performed a ritual, and then asked me if I wanted to come back again, and said to bring an animal skull for the next ritual. What the fuck? I know. It's the weirdest person who's ever lived there by far. Oh, what will you do? Curious? So I think I'll go. With the skull. Get it somehow. Anna looked thoughtful. Then she burst out. You know that store over on Silver Lane? They sell animal skulls. They're used in jewelry, but they've got some in glass jars. Yeah, you're right. The only thing is, Dagger told me I couldn't pay for it because it would lose its powers or something. Anna laughed. But how the fuck would she know, huh? Right. She wouldn't. You don't like lying, is that it? I don't. You don't have to lie, you just don't tell her where you got it from. Her giving me a solution made her shine brighter than before. I had to smile back. Thanks. You're always saving my ass. I am, aren't I? I saw someone approaching our table. Also, couldn't you just shoplift it? Then you didn't pay for it. Ayana noticed it too and lit up even more. Well, the guy came to our table. Hi, Ayana, and this is Leo, my oldest friend. We've known each other since freaking kindergarten. Wow, it had been a long time since I thought about that. I saw an image of Ayana and me climbing onto the roof of a playhouse in the yard. How do you two know each other? They both started shining like beacons. Well, that's the craziest thing. We met at some raves earlier this spring and started talking and hanging out a little bit. Then just a couple weeks ago, my mother met up with a cousin she hadn't seen since she was little. They started talking about families and realized that their children were the same age. Then my mom comes home and asks me if I'd ever met someone called Ayana, because that's apparently my second cousin. Wow, how cool! So you're family then? Yeah, we're a party family. Two sensations mixed within me, like cold and hot blood beating in my veins, creating some sort of explosion. Like a cold glass filling up with hot water, then breaking from the tension. It was good that Ayana had gotten a new family member. I was happy for her. At least I wanted to be happy for her. And inside of me, I heard this little crackling voice, eager like a ringing tone. But me, we're best friends, aren't we? I'm your party family, right? Ooh, girl. Ayana, just telling you. I can tell you and Leo are like besties, don't get me wrong. But Leo has some anxiety going on. Ayana cannot hear me, neither can Leo. But I'm still talking to you. Okay, my cheeks felt stiff from the dishonest smile. I felt I needed to say something. Cool to meet you then, Ayana's newly discovered second cousin. Same to you, Ayana's oldest friend. I have to brag a bit more about this new second cousin of mine. Did you know he's studying to become a doctor? And here we are, studying to become assistant nurses. I hope you'll pay us good money when we work at the hospital you're bossing over. He laughed. I always pay my workers well. If I hadn't been sure Ayana only liked non-male people, I would have definitely said they were flirting. I didn't understand anything. So what are you guys up to this weekend? Yeah, I was just gonna ask you, Will. You want to hang out on Saturday? I can't. I'm going away with my family for a week. We're going to Barbados. I'll have to surf and lie on the beach drinking cocktails all week long. Or me, huh? Fuck you. You should bring the whole family. She pretended to be sullen. Next time you'll go with us, that's for sure. It would be 1,000 times more fun if you joined, I'm sure. Yeah, then you'd have a wingman, right? He laughed. Right, I would. I'm the best wingman, right, Leo? You're the best, period. God, you're love bombing me. What has happened to you? I wasn't sure. Something was going on. That's definitely true. Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching me play The Knife Sisters. If you like this game, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Do all those YouTube things. As always, if you'd like to subscribe to the channel and you haven't already, go ahead and click on that picture of my big dumb head. Click on that bell icon if you'd like to be notified every time I post a brand new video, as well as on the right hand side of your screen there should be some random videos, things that YouTube thinks you'd like, and something that I put up there. I don't know what I did it in post, as well as a bunch of names in the middle of your screen. Those are the Twitter handles for my current patrons over on Patreon. They really do keep this channel running. I wouldn't be able to do it without all of those folks. So if you would like to go ahead and say thank you to them, go ahead and follow them over on Twitter, give them some likes, tell them they're awesome, because they truly are. If you'd like to become one of those names in the center of the screen, those are all of my patrons over on Patreon, I should say. At the time that I recorded this video, if you'd like to become one, go ahead and click in the lower left hand screen there. It says something about extra video content, bonus content, videos, things like that. Go ahead and click that to learn more about that. We're gonna go ahead and get out of here though, so I'll see you all in the next one.